pristine awareness. There is no appearance that can appear that isn't both its description and its pristine awareness. There's a reason why this is here, right? Let's look at Buddha. So, Buddha appears in the ball now as a reflection. I don't think any of you can see it, but you can see reflections in there, right?
Yeah, upside down.
It reflects everything. Okay, so all of these reflections, one of them is suffering. Let's say that one over there is suffering, that's happiness, right? What do they appear as? They appear as the pristine nature of the crystal ball. So when suffering appears, it appears as the pristine nature of your own awareness, right? When happiness appears, it appears as the pristine nature of your own awareness and its description. This is not blank, right? It's not blank. There's reflections in there. I'm not holding up and saying, look, there's nothing. There is. But it's like a rainbow. It has a spectacular appearance. Like, come on. Suffering has one of the most spectacular appearances that you ever come across. It can be, like if you break up with someone or hurt yourself or find out you're sick, massive appearance of suffering. It dominates everything. And if you reify it, you're now carrying around this massive thing that you're telling yourself it's suffering. Where if you just let it fly open into its vast nature and just rest as awareness, it's more like, wow, like what? And even as it's suffering, you'll take care of yourself. Like you might not go out, you might go and give yourself a hug, you might go and be around nice people. You're not like completely dehumanized, but you know it is made of you. It's like the difference between, this is such a funny metaphor, but I was dating a girl a long time ago when I was 20, and she was the first vegan I ever met. And we was making a soup, and she had a vegetable soup, and I was making an oxtail soup. And I spilt the tiniest drop of oxtail soup into her vegetable soup, and she lost it. She was like, you've ruined my soup, you've put this in there, you've contaminated my soup, why have you done that? And I was way away from veganism. I had no idea even what I'd done, but she'd really lost it. What if I'd spilt some of my vegetable soup, the same vegetable soup, into her soup? What would she have said? Right, so if you think this suffering thing is not you, it's like someone pouring oxtail soup in your vegetable soup. But when you know it's you, it's just awareness. It's like someone pouring vegetable soup in your soup. You're like, whatever. Like, do you know what I mean? It's so joyful, and you'll see it around the house. I kicked, there was the bed that I sometimes put here, and I kicked that thing. It's got these sticky out legs, and I kicked that with my toe so many times. And you'd see me go, ah, wow. It's like, oh, wow. It still hurts, but I know what it is. And we go back to the beginning. The monster in the cupboard, still sometimes I'm like, it's the hat and the coat, right? So you still get caught out from time to time. And the suffering can take you along a little journey, but you resolve it. So one of the biggest areas that I want to share about that this has helped me is in relationships. Where before, if I met a woman who was attracted to me, I'd be so happy. I'm like, yeah, the world is brilliant. Oh, I am a normal person after all. Someone likes me, yeah. And if I met someone who didn't find me attractive, but they liked me, they're like, they like what I'm doing and want to hang out, but they weren't attracted. I found that so much suffering that I couldn't hang out with them. It would make me feel like I'm having a really good time, and then I see Jenny, I'm like, oh, that's my ugliness again. That's all my rejection. So they represented this rejection. And I missed quite a good, really good people in my life because I just wound the connection down, stopped calling, stopped hanging out. And for awareness, when you see that suffering is empty, And you see any relationship you can have with that person is awareness, and that there's nothing they can give you because you're already complete as awareness. Even if she turned around and said, oh, I do love you after all, there's nothing added to awareness. You can't add vegetable soup to vegetable soup. It's still vegetable soup. And if they don't, or she doesn't find me attractive, you can't take it away. It's just take a bit of vegetable soup from my soup. I don't care. It's all fine as it is. That puts you into a relationship where you are in stability. And from that, I've had some amazing connections, some of the best connections ever that have been so good. They were better than anything could have happened if they was attracted and we dated. And I didn't think that was possible. I did not think that was possible, that you can be around someone that you're really attracted to and they're not attracted to you, and you can spend loads of time with them and continually have this feeling come up. It doesn't go. It does not go. If you have that, it softens. I don't like to be too dramatic. I think it's called hyperbole. It does go, but it doesn't go fast. It's just, and then it comes back and comes back, comes back. It's like a bouncing ball, like that. And then at some point you're like, this is completely stable. I don't need someone to find me attractive for me to give them all the love they deserve, all the welcoming they deserve, all the time they deserve, and all the friendship they deserve. And I got rid of a lot of people because of that. And that's not something, that's like a lifetime just there of therapy and hypnosis and talk, whatever it might be. And for awareness, things resolve on their own by you knowing their true nature.